She raised 5 abandoned boys with nothing but scraps and love. But when she grew old and needed them most, not one came home. What happened next left the entire village in tears. In a forgotten corner of a sunburned village lived an old woman everyone called Mama Joy. She didn't have a husband, she never had children of her own, and her house was nothing more than a shack, held together by rusted nails and prayers. But every hungry child knew where to go. It started with one boy, thin, scared, and barefoot. Mama Joy found him behind the market, eating from a pile of spoiled fruit. She didn't ask questions. She brought him home, gave him food, and told him he could stay. Then another came, and another. Some had no parents. Others had run from pain too heavy for their small shoulders to carry. Within a year, Mama Joy's shack became a home to 5 boys: Ben, Sam, the twins, Noah and Nathan, and little Eli. People gossiped. How can she feed them all when she can barely feed herself? But Mama Joy always found a way. Some days it was just porridge. Other days, roasted maize or wild greens from the forest. The boys helped her farm a tiny patch of land behind the house. They collected firewood. They fetched water. What Mama Joy gave them wasn't just food. She gave them safety. She gave them stories at night and hugs when they cried. She didn't yell when they made mistakes. She taught them to love each other like brothers. Her shack had holes in the roof, but it was the warmest place in the world. And slowly, those boys changed. They stopped stealing. They started dreaming. Life in the shack wasn't easy. The rains came and washed the mud walls down more than once. There were nights they slept hungry, huddled together under one thin blanket. But still, they laughed. Ben loved school. He walked 5 kilometers barefoot every morning, with a torn backpack and big dreams. Sam, always fixing things, built a radio from junk. The twins, Noah and Nathan, stitched old clothes into something new. Eli, the youngest, sang while fetching water. His voice, soft as honey, made even the birds pause. One stormy night, the shack finally gave in. The roof crashed in with a loud crack. Mama Joy and the boys ran out into the rain, their few belongings soaked. The village chief offered to split the boys up into different homes. "No," Mama Joy said, shaking. "We stay together." So they slept in an abandoned kraal for weeks, covering themselves with plastic and dreams. And when the sun returned, they rebuilt. Mama Joy led with her hands, bleeding from hard work. The boys followed. Together, they made something out of nothing. Years passed. The boys grew taller, stronger. Ben got a scholarship to a city school. He cried the day he left. "I'll come back for you, Mama," he whispered. Sam got a job fixing electronics. Noah and Nathan launched a clothing stall at the market. Eli won a regional singing contest and traveled for the first time. Mama Joy was proud. Her boys were making something of themselves. They still came home for holidays, bringing gifts, laughter, and news of the world beyond the village. But then came the year none of them returned. December passed in silence. Mama Joy sat outside every morning, looking down the dusty road. No letters, no calls, only the wind and her memories. People whispered again. They used her and forgot. She tried to believe otherwise, but each quiet day made it harder. One morning, just as the rooster crowed and Mama Joy stepped outside with her broom, a cloud of dust rose in the distance. Not a storm, not a delivery van. Cars, 4 of them. The entire village paused as a quiet convoy of clean, modest vehicles drove through the narrow path and parked right outside Mama Joy's gate. The doors opened. Ben stepped out first, followed by Sam, the twins, and Eli. Older now, taller, dressed in neat business clothes. Mama Joy dropped her broom. Her knees trembled. "Ben?" she gasped. He rushed forward and caught her in a hug. "We didn't forget you, Mama. We were working on something for you." The boys entered the old yard and sat beneath the mango tree where they once ate dry bread and porridge. But now they had come with more. Sam reached into the car and pulled out a framed certificate. "Mama," he said, "this is the registration for Mama Joy Clean and Shine, a professional cleaning company we started in your name. You cleaned houses to feed us. Now you'll manage a business that helps women like you." The twins handed her a folder with documents and a debit card. "There's a bank account. You don't have to beg or borrow again. This card pays for anything you need, and we'll top it up every month." Ben pointed to a nearby plot of land. "Come with us." They walked her down the path. There, where an old maize field once stood, was a newly built house, 2 bedrooms, solar lights, a gas stove, running water, painted in cheerful yellow and white. A sign near the door read, "The house that love built for Mama Joy." Mama Joy's mouth fell open. "How did you build all this without me knowing?" Ben grinned. "We knew you'd hear if we built it next door. So, we told the builders it was for the chief's cousin. That way no one would suspect a thing." Mama Joy's eyes widened. "You tricked me?" Sam laughed. "Just a little. It was the only way we could surprise you." Eli held her hand. "I wrote a song about you. It plays on the radio now. They all know your name." That night, the entire village gathered. The boys cooked, Mama Joy danced, and the air was filled with laughter, music, and the smell of grilled chicken. Mama Joy sat in her new living room, holding the key in one hand and a warm cup of tea in the other. Not because of the money, not the house, not the company, but because her love had not been forgotten. It had come back, grown, multiplied, and it would live on in every hand she once held, every tear she once wiped away. Sometimes love doesn't need riches, just faith, sacrifice, and a heart big enough to believe in others. Mama Joy gave her boys everything she had, and in the end, they gave it all back and more. If this story touched your heart, please like this video so more people can see it, and don't forget to subscribe to Enchanted African Realms for more powerful, real-life inspired African stories, filled with hope, struggle, and unforgettable twists. Thank you for watching. Until next time, keep believing in the power of love